So we're hearing about AI literally everywhere, right? But what can it actually do for you, like today, in your real life? Well, it turns out a whole lot. We're talking about making your life easier, way more productive, and honestly, even a little more fun. So let's just dive in and break down some of the most practical ways you can start using it right now. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Fix my toilet? That sounds kind of weird, right? But just stick with me here. For a minute, let's forget all the crazy sci-fi stuff. Instead, think about those small, annoying problems that just pop up and ruin your day. Yeah, that's where we're going to start.
And once we've handled the small stuff, we can scale up. Think about this. What if you could take all the stress out of planning a big trip? I mean, imagine getting a perfect itinerary, totally customized for you, right down to the best hidden coffee shops and the most scenic walking routes.
And then, let's get serious for a second. We're going to look at how these exact same tools can give you a real edge at work. We're talking about helping you finally get a handle on your tasks, think more strategically, and yeah, maybe even finally land that promotion you've been gunning for. Okay, so how do we actually do all this stuff? Well, the very first step is just knowing what tools are even out there. The key is to think of AI not as this one giant complicated thing, but more like a simple toolkit, with a few different tools for different jobs.
And what's really interesting is how simple this toolkit actually is. First, you've got your general-purpose chatbots. Think ChatGPT, Gemini, stuff like that. They're great for pretty much any text-based task. Then, you've got more specialized agents in apps. These are perfect for things like really deep research or automating tasks. And then, for anyone feeling a little adventurous, there's something called vibe coding. It sounds technical, but it's not. It's basically just describing a tool you want in plain English, and the AI helps you build it. And seriously, don't worry. You absolutely do not need to be a coder for this.
All right, toolkit explained. Now, let's get practical. Let's see how we can use these tools to tackle real, everyday challenges. And we'll start with some simple things that are, honestly, surprisingly powerful.
And yep, we are back to the toilet. This is a real quote from someone who had a leak. They just took a picture, asked the AI which lever they should move, and it worked. I mean, how cool is that? It just shows you how AI can be this immediate, visual problem solver for stuff you know absolutely nothing about. No more scrolling through endless confusing diagrams online.
Okay, now for something a bit more complex, like that vacation we talked about. Here's the secret. It's all about the details. You can't just say, hey, plan a trip to Hong Kong. You have to feed it the specifics. Tell it where you're staying, how long you'll be there, and what you like. Things like, I'm a huge fan of hidden coffee shops, or I really want to end my days at a night market. Once you give it all that context, the AI builds a totally custom route just for you. The rule is simple. The more detail you give it, the better the results you're going to get. And the applications just keep going. You can snap a photo of your closet and get outfit ideas, or take a picture of what's in your fridge and get a full meal plan for the week. You can get interior design ideas for your living room. You can even get some preliminary advice on a health issue to help you figure out what kind of doctor to see. It's really like having a personal assistant for all the little logistics of life. Okay, so it's clear AI can help with all your life admin. But what about your actual job? Your 9 to 5? Well, this is where things can get really interesting. It can be a total game changer, helping you get more done and, just as importantly, think more clearly. You know those mornings, right, where your brain is just a chaotic mess of tasks, ideas, random worries? Instead of trying to sort all that out yourself, you can literally just ramble all of your thoughts, just brain dump it into an AI, and it will take that mess and turn it into a clean, prioritized to-do list. Just like that. Instant clarity. And we're not just talking about simple lists. You can ask the AI to apply some really sophisticated thinking frameworks to your work. Things like the Eisenhower Matrix, which helps you figure out what's urgent versus what's important. Or you could use something like first principles thinking to break a huge problem down to its absolute core. It's basically like having a world-class business strategist on call 24/7 just to help you think better.
So what's the big idea here? It's leverage. We are all drowning in information. Take this for example. A huge report on a new AI model came out recently. It was over 100 pages long. Now, you could spend hours reading that, or you could just upload the PDF and ask an AI to pull out the key takeaways for you. In minutes. Think about that. That's hours of your life you just got back to spend on work that actually matters. This all leads us to what might be one of the most powerful uses for AI of all, learning. I'm talking about having a patient, super knowledgeable, on-demand tutor for literally any subject you can think of. And it's available anytime, day or night.
And the ways it can help you learn are just incredible. You can ask for a step-by-step walkthrough for a tricky physics problem. You can get a complete study plan to learn a brand new skill from scratch. It can even generate mnemonics to help you remember things for a big exam. You can even have it act like a teacher and quiz you with mock tests, or have a Socratic conversation to really deepen your understanding. It makes learning so much more personal and, frankly, way more effective. And hey, it's not all just about reading text on a screen. If you're someone who learns better by listening, you can turn any document you have into a personal podcast. Or if you're learning a new language, you can have it create custom audio lessons so you can just immerse yourself. The point is, the AI adapts the content to your learning style, not the other way around.
Okay, so up to now, we've mostly been talking about using tools that already exist. But what happens when you get a little more comfortable with all this? Let's look at the next level. What's possible when you start building your own simple AI-powered solutions? This is where that vibe coding thing we mentioned comes back in. And the idea is actually really simple. Instead of paying for a dozen different subscription apps for every little thing, you just describe what you want to an AI, maybe a custom Pomodoro timer or a simple finance tracker for your specific needs, and it will help you build it. Suddenly, you're not just a user of software anymore, you're a creator.
And if you scale that idea up, you get to some really powerful business automations. We're talking about setting up AI agents to handle stuff like lead generation or answering all those repetitive customer questions. They can automatically generate reports, manage invoices, you name it. This is where AI stops being just a personal productivity tool and becomes a true engine for your business.
Wow. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground here, right? We've gone from fixing toilets to becoming a master learner to building your own tools. But there is one single skill, one secret that makes all of this possible. It's the key that unlocks everything.
And this is it. If you take away only one thing from this, let it be this. The AI tools are incredibly powerful, for sure, but they only work if you get good at telling them what you want. It's all about prompt engineering. Your ability to write a good, clear prompt is literally the difference between getting a useless, generic response and getting something absolutely brilliant.
And this right here shows you exactly what I mean. A prompt like, write an email. That's terrible. It's way too vague. Write a professional email to my boss is, okay, it's a little better. But look at the great prompt. It tells the AI exactly what to do. Write a concise email to your boss, asking for a deadline extension on a specific project, and even tells it why and what new deadline to propose. See the difference? It has all the context it needs. This is the skill you need to practice.
So, there you have it. You know about the tools, and you know the real secret is learning how to prompt them well. The only question left is, what are you going to solve first? Is it that huge project at work that's been stressing you out? Or is it just that one annoying little thing at home you've been putting off? The power is literally right there at your fingertips. So go on. What problem will you solve first?